What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Thursday, February 17th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comment section who your favorite plays are for today's slate. And finally, shout out to No House Advantage for being the presenting sponsor of this video. Use the promo code Awesemo when signing up to get up to $25 on your first deposit. And we're rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, Jimmy Butler, Patty Mills, and Bruce Brown on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. First up at number 5, we've got LaMelo Ball. He is point guard eligible, 9,400, projected for 48.5. The goal is 61.5, but he's in the optimal lineup 22% of the time. That's 36 minutes for LaMelo Ball. Plays a ton. It's a tough matchup. They're going to lose like 2.8 possessions below their average. That's a pretty big reduction. That's still enough to get Ball to the 5 spot. 36 minutes, 1.35 fantasy points per minute, 20 points, 9 boards, and 8 assists. I mean, this is a guy that's regularly flirting with a triple-double as a baseline projection, 26% usage and 2 stocks as well. 9,400 is a pretty healthy price tag. This is a 5-game slate. There aren't too many guys on this slate that have the same ceiling as LaMelo Ball. Same game, opposite side of the court, Kyle Lowry in, number 4, point guard eligible, 6,600, projected for 35. The goal is 49, but he's in the optimal lineup 23% of the time. I gave him 36 minutes. There's no Tyler Hero here. Basically a fantasy point per minute, 14, 7, and 6. He's like a lesser scoring version of LaMelo Ball. 1.5 stocks as well. But Kyle Lowry gets the benefit of the pace up spot against Charlotte. The Heat are going to gain 3 possessions over their average. I mean, we're talking about an extra 1.5 for Kyle Lowry and for the rest of the Heat here. That pace up spot and their defense is about as good as it's going to get for Miami. So take advantage of this lower price tag for Lowry with Tyler Hero out. In at number 3, a guy that I play constantly now, Miles Bridges, small forward, power forward eligible, 7,900, projected for 39. The goal is 55, and he is in the optimal lineup 25% of the time. 38 minutes for Bridges, a fantasy point per minute, same matchup that we were talking about before for LaMelo Ball, 21% usage, 18.5 points, 8 boards, 3.5 assists, and 2 stocks for Bridges. So he's also filling it up in a multitude of ways, but the scoring is just a lot different this year than it has been in previous years. I love Bridges at these sub 8K price tags. He was way more expensive like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Now that he's under 8K, I've been trying to take advantage as much as possible. That's why he's in at number 3. At number 2, we take a big-time step up in tier. We go to Terrence Mann, shooting guard, small forward eligible. So you also get guard forward utility. 5,100, projected for 32.5. The goal is 42.5. He's in the optimal lineup 36% of the time. He's playing massive minutes right now. I got him in for 34. He's close to 0.95 fantasy points per minute. And it's a little bit of everything. The usage is decent with no Paul George out there. 17% usage. 15 points, 7 rebounds, 3.5 assists, and a steal. But it's a pace up spot, big time, against the Houston Rockets, who have the worst defense in basketball. This is a fantastic matchup, and you're able to put Terrence Mann in any spot in your lineup. That's very valuable, especially because the Clippers play in the late game tonight. The flexibility of Terrence Mann should help you fill out your roster much more so than it normally does on another slate. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comment section who your favorite plays are for today. And finally, one last shout out, No House Advantage. Use the promo code Awesemo when signing up. This one's easy. Number 1 contender, Reggie Jackson, point guard eligible, 6,800, projected for 42. The goal's just 50, and he's in the optimal lineup 37% of the time. I gave him 35 minutes. He's been playing massive minutes since the trade deadline, and now with no Norm Powell. He's a 1.2 fantasy point per minute guy when Paul George is off the floor. 29% usage for Jackson, plus 7 assists and 5 boards, maybe a steal in a cupcake matchup against the Houston Rockets, who may be missing 2 of their best players. And I use the term best pretty loosely here. As long as Reggie Jackson continues to get these minutes, he is going to heave up shots. He's going to be someone you need on a 5-game slate. Reggie Jackson is your number 1 contender for today. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Thursday, February 17th. FanDuel and Yahoo versions of this video are around here somewhere. Check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win some money. We will be back again Thursday of next week after the All-Star break for another edition of the Contenders.